Bruno Mars and Jay-Z compete for top honors at the 60th Annual Grammys. And a documentary explores the infamous religious cult leader David Koresh. 60th Annual Grammy Awards 7:30 p.m. on CBS. Can Jay-Z win the award that his spouse, Beyoncé, failed to capture last year? He's up for Album of the Year for the introspective 4:44, which serves as a companion piece and apologetic response to her explosive Lemonade, which lost to Adele's 25 at last year's ceremonies. But he'll have to defeat Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars, and Childish Gambino, all performing this year, as well as Lorde. Performers also include Elton John, who recently announced a retirement tour, Lady Gaga, Rihanna and U2. There will be tributes to Chuck Berry, Tom Petty, and Fats Domino. N.H.L. All-Star Game 3:30 p.m. on NBC. Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby are longtime rivals, having clashed in the playoffs countless times over the years. But they'll suit up next to each other in the All-Star Game, which is played out in a fast-paced 3-on-3 tournament. The winning team takes home $1 million in prize money. And the NFL Pro Bowl airs at 3 on ESPN. Braveheart 4 and 8 p.m. on BBC America. Mel Gibson's exhausting depiction of the First War of Scottish Independence won 5 Oscars in 1996, including Best Picture. He stars as William Wallace, a kilted warrior who rallies his countrymen against British rule through rousing speeches and rugged swordplay. Braveheart evokes old-fashioned movie epics, Karen James wrote in the New York Times. Mr. Gibson's stroke of brilliance is to revel in those epic qualities: tragic romance and unbounded heroism, gorgeous photography, and a cast of thousands, and add a swift contemporary kick. Waco, Madman or Messiah 9 p.m. on A&E. The last few years have brought many 90s antagonists back to the forefront of pop culture, from O.J. Simpson to Tonya Harding. The lightning rod of the moment is David Koresh, the religious cult leader who died in 1993 along with many of his Branch Davidian followers after a prolonged confrontation with the FBI. Those events are being dramatized on Paramount's Waco, starring Taylor Kitsch. A&E takes a different approach on Sunday, with a documentary special that includes footage of Mr. Koresh during the 51-day standoff. 9 surviving members of the sect are interviewed, as well as members of the FBI who were involved in the siege. Strong Island on Netflix. In 1991, an unarmed, black 24-year-old teacher named William Ford Jr. was shot and killed on Long Island. The fallout from his death and the circumstances surrounding it are explored in this film, which was directed by his brother Jans and nominated for Best Feature Documentary at the Oscars.